Hi, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It is the end of the month, or it's probably actually the beginning of a new month by the time that you're watching this, and I have some business to take care of. I need to go through all of the 12 games in the Superman binder that I've been playing on Monday nights in July, and I need to randomize that money into my 12 stockpiles. So I need to do that. Then I also need to figure out what games I'm going to be playing next month. So I've got a new way of doing that, and that's what's on the other side of this piece of paper. I also have two new games, or really two varieties of one game that I am bringing in for August that should be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do the randomization, talk about what I'm going to play in August, and show you the two new games. I don't want to keep anybody in suspense, but let's take care of getting the funds allocated to the stockpiles first. So I do that with a randomizer. I'm going to take out my dice tray here. I've been getting a lot of compliments on this dice tray, and if you like it, it is available on Etsy, and there should be a link popping up right about now. So I'm going to take off the lid here. It's a tight lid, so it takes some doing. There we go. And we'll just stick that under there. And to do the randomizing, I need a D12. So there's a D12. And then what I do is I kind of go in order, but there is one game that got a whole ton of money in July, and that is Flip 7. So I am going to cheat a little bit and put that toward the most important of the stockpiles. So let's go through them. So we have Amazon Prime, and these are all at 0 because I had a wipeout in June. Clothes and shoes, household, entertainment media, medical, technology, eyewear, gifts and special events, credit card annual fees, travel and transportation, personal care, add to cart, and bonanza. Now I have two different kinds in here because I just released these, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or these, but I think I will use these. So both of these styles are available in my Etsy shop. There are the ones that are just the cards that are double-sided, and these have space for a description. And then there's the envelope trackers that don't have a space for description, but they have date, amount, and balance. So I'm going to start using these. The most important one that I saw as I was flipping through is household. And the reason is because I spent out of that this month. So there's already a negative amount. So first thing I'm going to do is see how much is in the envelope here at the end of the games binder. That was envelope 12 this month. So there's an even $50. And then what I need to do is go into my budget binder, into my stockpile tracker, and see how much I spent. Okay, so I spent $42 in household in the month of July. It was the only stockpile that I used. So if I take the 50 out and put it into the household, I need to subtract 42, which leaves me with 8. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say this $50 is going to go in here, but we're subtracting 42. So the net balance is going to be 8. And I want to be sure I show off my fancy Unizento signature magnetic pen. It is so satisfying, you guys, honestly. Okay, so today as I am doing this, it is the 31st, but you'll probably see this on the 1st. And this is from, how do I want to phrase that? I guess game night. I'm left-handed, so writing with these rings in the way is really a pain in the butt. But when I get to the other side, then it'll be easy breezy. So, okay, So we're doing plus 8 and balance of 8. Perfect. Okay, so now for the others, I need to randomize. So I am going to go to the beginning, which is Amazon Prime. I am going to roll a d12. Envelope 12 is gone. And this one is getting whatever is in envelope number 9. So let's open that up. Okay, so envelope number 9, Tucano, has 25. So not a lot, but that's good because this membership isn't due for a while, I think. So again, it's 7:31, game night. And this is probably the last time I will write game night. I will come back and do that off screen so that it's not taking up everyone's time. Plus 25 for a balance of 25. All right. Next up, we have, and actually, I need to get out my copper bar here. This is 1 pound of copper. And I can't remember whose channel I saw this on. I want to say it was Brooke at Bees Budgets that I saw do this. And I thought, that is a great idea. This would have been a long, long time ago. A couple years at least. Okay. So next up is clothes and shoes. Let's get out the dice tray here. Number 6. Okay, number 6 is Dicequarium, and that envelope contains $35. So that is what will go into clothes and shoes. All right. Next up, household we already did, so I'm going to skip that. Entertainment and media. Number 3. Number 3 is the name game, and I really hope that's a small amount because this one doesn't need a whole lot. 32. Well, could be worse. Plus 32, balance of 32. All right, next up is medical. Number 7, fruit machine. And in fruit machine, we have 20, 35, 37, 39, 7, 31, plus 39, balance of 39. Okay, next up is technology. This is going to be another high priority fund pretty soon. Number 5. The reason that's going to become a high priority is because my phone is over 3 years old, and I'm not going to replace it until it craps out on me, but I want to be prepared when it does crap out. So this is Dicetropolis 2, and it has $32 in it. 731 plus 32, balance 32. Next, eyewear. I just bought some prescription sunglasses, but I used my FSA. Envelope 8. I think that still has money in it, or prop bills in it. It does. So for those of you who are new or newer to my channel, oops, I use prop bills because for me, I take the cash. If I were to use real cash, I would take it out of the bank and then put it into a savings account, so it would just go right back into the bank. Easier to leave the cash in the bank and just use prop bills. I also don't like ferrying money back and forth, large amounts of cash between my home and the bank. So this envelope has 35 in it. So 731 plus 35, balance 35. Okay, next we have gifts and special events. Envelope 4. This is going to be another high priority category. I think we already did envelope 4, didn't we? Nope, we didn't. Envelope 4 was Dicetropolis. And this envelope has, looks like 36 bucks. So 731 plus 36, balance 36. Credit card annual fees. For again, 10. 10 is dicefecta. I apologize, this is off screen, but there you go. Okay, dicefecta had 32 this month. 731 plus 32, balance 32. Okay. Oops, I keep getting ahead of myself here. Travel and transportation. Envelope number 2, which is sussed. That has $23 in it. So that was the low roller this month, or the low finisher. And this is a high priority fund too, but that's okay. Okay, personal care is next. Number 3 is gone, I believe, yes. 5 is gone. 3, 4, 5, come on, big number. 2, we get rid of that? Yes, we did. 8's done. 1, that's what I'm going to call that, as a 1. Okay. So in envelope number 1, which was loteria, we have 30. 731 plus 30, total of 30. Up next is add to cart and bonanza. This is the last one, and I think envelope 11 is the last one left, which is Cute Machine. And that has 31 in it. 731 plus 31, balance of 31. Okay, so I'm just going to go through all these envelopes and make sure they're all empty. Starting with 12, yes. 11, yes. 10 is good. 9 is empty. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so probably none of these games are going to stay where they are for next month. Let me put everything away here because I don't need this anymore for this video. I will put the prop money back in the bank, my prop money bank that I have here in my apartment. Next up, I need to figure out what I'm playing next month. So I'm no longer going to have like a Dicetropolis envelope, a Dicefecta envelope, all of that. It's all going to be randomized. And here's how I'm going to do it. So I have 40 games listed. There are some that are coupled into a single game, right? So Loteria, Millennial Loteria, those are both under number 1. Dicefecta, I have the D6, D8, D10, and D12 version, all under 1. But I broke out all the Dicetropolis games, all the Dicetropolis 2 games, all the Dicequarium games, and then I have all of the others here. So my rule is that I'm not going to play more than 2 from any of the dice game packs. And then everything else will just be random. And I also have 2 spots that are already taken up by the new games that are coming in. Now I'm going to show you both of them at the same time because, like I said, they are related. We have 1980s, A Decade of Trivia, and, you guessed it, 1990s, A Decade of Trivia. Now, I picked these up at Wall Drugs in Wall, South Dakota during the big move, and they've still got the little sticker on here, Wall Drug. So even though Wall Drug is a tourist trap, the whole town of Wall is kind of a tourist trap. I mean, I was happy to support their business. They are incredibly friendly. They have a lot of hard workers there. They employ people who otherwise may not be so easily employed. It was a wonderful experience, especially because the store itself was almost deserted when we were there because it was the end of April. So the weather wasn't bad, but you didn't have the tourist crowds. There were other people there, but there was plenty of room to move around and whatnot. So anyway, 1980s and 1990s trivia. So I will be doing this each week. Each trivia card has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different questions. Movies, music, TV, sports, and culture. I've decided that I'm going to save $3 for every wrong answer. I'm going to try to do one card each week from each of these and save $3 for every wrong answer. I know I'm going to end up putting more in the 80s than in the 90s. In fact, the 90s, I might have to bump that up to $5 for a wrong answer. And we'll see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. So that'll be coming up. That's going to be envelope 1 and 2, probably. And, so we'll get to play along and whatnot. And you can tell me why you knew all the ones that I missed, because I know there's going to be people who are going to know the ones that I get wrong. But such is life. I was born in the 80s, so I think I'll do better in the 90s, but who knows? I've got a pretty good memory. We'll see. Okay, so these two are going in for sure. Now I need to pick 10 more games. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to get the dice tray back out, but I'm not using a D12. Instead, I am using this big bad Mama Jama, which is from Eva at Budget Your Life. This is a D40. Those of you who know this story about number 40, if you know, you know. So it's been a thing. So she sent this to me as a house swarming present. And my house was sufficiently swarmed. So I've got my D40 here. It is heavy. This is like solid iron or something. So I hope that it's not going to make too much noise when I roll it. I've also got a highlighter here to highlight the ones that it rolls. And like I say, I need to, so satisfying. I need to roll 10 times to pick 10 games to play in August. So these games will be in every Monday night video throughout August, and then I will pick new ones for September. So let's see how we do here. Okay, that didn't go super awesome. I'm going to say that landed on number 9, which is Dicetropolis Boston. So we'll highlight that. That also means that only one other Dicetropolis game can be selected from the original Dicetropolis. Okay. Let's go again. 19, Dicetropolis Trips. Okay. So no more Dicetropolis games can be selected for August. If any of these numbers come up again, I will just roll again. Okay. So let's say that's 27. Dicetropolis 2 Quad. I am left-handed, so I have to turn the whole page when I use a highlighter. I mentioned already I was left-handed. I don't know. It was worth mentioning again, I guess. 10. Can't do it. 38. Dicequarium Shark Attack. I did not have time to randomize these before doing it, so they're all kind of in order. In future months, I will scatter them more so that it's, just another layer of randomization, I think. Okay. 12, Dicetropolis. 10, Dicetropolis. 34, Dicequarium Crab Craps. Okay, that's 2 Dicequarium games, so no more of those. Some low numbers here. 19, nope. 22, okay, Dicetropolis 2 Countdown, so that's our Dicetropolis 2 games. So we do have 2 from each of those. So that means that really I have just 1 through 8. So I'm going to set aside the big bad Mama Jama die. And instead, I'm going to get out a D8 because we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have 4 spots to fill. So there's a D8. Okay. Super light compared to what I was rolling before. All right, Fruit Machine. That's going to be part of it. This highlighter has just about had it. I've had these mild liners for a while, and I think they all dried out in the move. The Name Game. Okay, 2 more. 3 again. 6, Quicks. Last one. And 7, Tucano. Okay, so our games for August will be, starting with this stupid pen, there we go. 1980s Trivia, 1990s Trivia, The Name Game, Fruit Machine, Quicks, Tucano, Boston, Tetra, or Trips, sorry, not Tetra, Countdown, Quad, Crab Craps, and Shark Attack. So I'll be playing those 12 games next month, and I will do that every Monday in August, so be sure to stay tuned for that. At the end of August or in early September, I'll have another video like this one out where I move the prop money from the games binder into the stockpiles binder and figure out what goals are getting what amount of money. My hope is that in the fourth quarter, I will be able to go hard at my stockpiles and contribute even more to them. But I want to save up for my 2027 Roth IRA contribution first, so that when January rolls around, I can just transfer all that money if I complete the goal. We'll see. So come back every Monday to watch and see how I do with the games and to play along. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Put a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you in the next one, which should be tomorrow for the part 2 of my launch. So for those of you who have been here a while, you know that I typically put the goodies at the end of the video, and I will give you a sneak peek to what is coming. I will give you a sneak peek to one of the 3 things that is coming. So let's see. I could do this one or I could do this one. I think I'm going to do this one because this one's going to be more of a surprise. So if you've been if you've been paying attention to all my rumbling this week in various lives and comment sections and whatnot, you will know that I was missing a set of stickers for a product that I wanted to launch in August. Or, well, really in July, but it's going to be early August. And as of Monday, they were sitting in Cincinnati, and they sat there all week. And then today, they just hauled them up here and delivered them. So I actually have the stickers for that game, and there will be 3 products dropping this weekend. So here is your sneak peek. And we'll start with this side. It's time for a mall crawl, y'all. And this game is called Retail Therapy. And you get to place your stickers on a game board and then score accordingly. So there's 2 cards. This is one of them. Let me see if I can find the other. Just one sec here. There they are. The first one is always kind of yucky, but I'll pull. Yeah. So this one's got some printer marks on there, but that's okay. I will either use this myself or recycle it or something. But here's the game board. So you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 18 different squares. You have stickers to put on them with all the different stores. And the stores are beauty, books, boutique, candy, Cineplex, food court, fountain, home, jewelry, kids, luggage, men's, perfume, shoes, tech, teens, toys, and start. You get to determine where all of those go. So the start doesn't have to go in any particular space. It can go wherever you want. You can do them low to high. You can do them alphabetical, however you want to do it. All of these have different amounts, right? So what you would do is once you've determined where start is, and you will receive a token, you place that on the game board at start, and then you roll a d6 die, and you move around the board. Whatever store you land on, it will tell you what to save depending on what you roll. So let's say you go from start to menswear. And to get to menswear, you rolled a 3. Then you would save $4. And then from menswear, you roll again, and you move 6 spaces, and you go to the Cineplex. So Cineplex, for rolling a 6, you would save $7. And it just goes around and around and around. There's no end to the game. It ends when you decide it ends, whether that's after a period of time or after you've saved a certain amount of money, or whichever way you want to do it. The game board is double-sided, and I think I have enough stickers to send out 2 sheets for every game sold, in which case you would be able to change it with a different set of stickers. So you could do one way and one another way and play whichever way suits you at the time. But that will be coming out on Sunday. I have those stickers. I didn't bring them to show, but it will be in the launch video and releasing Sunday evening. So stay tuned for that. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And until I see you in the next one, take care.